It was a cold afternoon in Madrid, 1991, when Estefania Gutierrez Lazaro, a 15-year-old girl, and her friends gathered in a room. The air felt strangely heavy, the kind that makes you feel as if something is watching, waiting. They weren't playing games, they were summoning something. They placed their fingers on the Ouija board, chanting in unison, laughing at the harmless fun of it. But it wasn't fun. It was never meant to be fun. They didn't realize they were opening a door that should have stayed shut. And when the planchette began to move, slowly at first, the laughter stopped. Estefania's friends later recalled feeling a cold, oppressive presence in the room. The planchette moved of its own accord, spelling out words no one could understand. That night, something crossed the threshold, something that followed Estefania home. Days passed. What began as strange occurrences in her room escalated. She was having visions, terrible, vivid hallucinations. Her body was shaking, her eyes wide with terror. Voices whispered to her when no one was there. And her friends, they began to avoid her. But that wasn't the worst of it. Estefania's behavior became erratic. She would suddenly fall into violent convulsions. At school, teachers noticed her staring at empty corners, speaking in tongues. Her body, they said, seemed to be taken over, as if something foreign, something dark, had hijacked her very being. Soon, Estefania was rushed to the hospital after one of these episodes, a seizure so intense that she couldn't breathe. The doctors were baffled. There was no explanation for the state she was in. Medically, there was nothing wrong. Yet, there was something undeniably wrong with her. They tried everything, tests, sedatives, nothing worked. She would scream in agony, only to fall silent for hours, her eyes empty, like she wasn't there. But then, there were reports from those who visited her. Some saw her body levitate off the bed. Others heard her speak in voices that were not her own, speaking words in languages she never knew. Then, Estefania died. Just like that. She passed away suddenly, in the middle of one of her episodes. The doctors said it was a seizure, but her family, they didn't believe that. It didn't make sense. Her family claimed that the terrifying presence, the one that started when she used the Ouija board, never left her side. They said it followed her to her grave. To this day, no one knows exactly what happened. Was it a medical condition? Was it truly something supernatural that plagued Estefania? The doctors tried to explain it. Her family swore it was a curse. And the neighbors, some say they saw strange lights near the house, lights that moved as if something was still there, lingering. Estefania Gutierrez Lazaro was buried, but her story didn't end there. People still speak of her, of the chilling events that happened after that Ouija board session. Some claim they've heard her cries late at night. Others say they felt her presence, like a cold hand resting on their shoulder. And now, some wonder, was it all real? Or was it just a series of unfortunate events pieced together by fear? Was Estefania really cursed? Or was there something darker, something unseen, that no one could explain? The line between reality and the unknown is thin. And in Estefania's case, it was too thin to comprehend. Was it the Ouija board? Or was it just the mind unraveling under pressure? What happened to her may never be known. But maybe, just maybe, that's the most terrifying thing of all.